Nick Kendall here from Search Associates, sharing a few tips on some of the best ways to find a job in the upcoming recruiting season. You may have heard that there's some countries that are experiencing a teacher shortage, and this is very true, but still remember that international schools are often inundated with applications for all positions. You may also wonder whether to apply to schools directly through the database or perhaps to attend a job fair in person. Around 70% of our candidates are placed through the use of the database alone. How do you do that? Well, if you see a vacancy that appeals to you on the database, and you might get it through your daily updates or you might get it through a specific search, you can then apply for that position through the database. And if your application looks strong and you're a fit for the school, they may invite you to come for an online interview. Please remember that during the first part of the year prior to Christmas, schools are often slow to respond, if they respond at all, and you might feel like your application hasn't been received or read. Don't worry. If you've sent it through the system, the online database, it will have been received. Recruiters are receiving multiple applications for multiple positions, and they don't always reply to all of the applications they receive, unless your application actually stands out for the particular needs that they have. You'll notice a bit of a change from February onwards. Schools do tend to be a little bit more responsive after that time, and they're a little bit more proactive in communicating with you. The in-person fairs account for about 30% of our candidate placements throughout the year. If I look back at the most recent recruiting cycle, 90 to 95% of in-person fair attendees were at least able to secure one or more interviews at the in-person fairs. Then about 70% of the fair attendees were able to receive an offer at those in-person fairs. So the bottom line is that if you're able to attend one of these in-person fairs, it will significantly increase your chances of securing an interview and ultimately securing a position. At the fairs, there's going to be many recruiters looking to employ teachers. They come with that specific purpose in mind, and having that face-to-face contact and introducing yourself to someone in person can make all the difference, and it gives you that opportunity to sell yourself and pitch what you can add to a school's culture and climate. There is a cost, obviously, in getting to a fair, and perhaps a cost to stay at the hotel, but we try and hold them as much as possible over weekends so your time away from school is minimised. And look, it's a really, in the long term, a small investment that could be for a very, very large return. Make sure you maximise your membership benefits. There's a free fair that's included with every registration. We suggest applying to jobs firstly through the database, and if you're not getting any traction that way, please consider the in-person job fairs. You have a greater chance of success and can sell yourself better in person than a resume can alone on a database or through an email. Successful candidates know that patience, persistence, and resilience are the key when applying to international schools. We conduct a number of fairs throughout the year, and there are fairs that will suit candidates with purely domestic experience. There are other fairs that are mainly attended by candidates who have had previous international experience in international schools. We also have region-specific fairs for candidates designed or interested in schools predominantly in those regional locations. And we have fairs for candidates with different curriculum experience, for example, schools seeking IB teachers or teachers with British National Curriculum. And then there's fairs that have a combination of those. Detailed information on fairs can be found on the Search Associates website. And on that website, through your profile, you can request an invitation to a specific fair which may be suited to your needs.